What's up, everybody? On a podcast now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to go over 5 games or things that I hope to see at the PlayStation Showcase, I believe tomorrow, depending on when this video goes up. So I want to kind of jump right into it, but I do really quickly want to say, I'm going to be co-streaming this show, so if you guys want to come and watch it with me, I think that would be awesome. I'd love to see you guys there. We've done really, really good with other co-streams, or people seem to have quite a lot of fun. I will have another video tomorrow morning, kind of talking about my last second, expectations, predictions, hopes, stuff like that. So one more video, I guess, bearing any other breaking news happening, and then we get to see the live stream. Okay, so some of these people are going to like, some of them are not. I didn't put games like Infamous, like a supposed Infamous game. I mean, I would love that. Alan Wake seems very likely. There's definitely things that I think are possible that I really want. I mean, I'll take anything, honestly. I'm pretty easy to please, to be honest with you. But no, these are the ones I'm most excited about, and not any particular order or anything. First one is Sly Cooper. Please, for the love of God, look, I'm actually far removed from the remaster/remake. There was a time in my young life, and I'm just kidding, by the way. I would have loved a remaster of 1 through 4. We only have 1 through 3, and it was back quite a while ago. So I would easily take a remaster of 1 through 4. I would take a remake of the first one, whatever they want to do. But again, from that Shepshelnik, I never know how to pronounce the first name right, or at least his Twitter handle, he seems very confident that there's a Sly 5, and I kind of believe him. He's a very good insider. You can call me gullible, you can call me whatever you want, but I've kind of moved on from not even expecting if they show a remaster or remake, I'd be happy. It's just at the same time, it's like, ooh, I want a 5, right? So I'm kind of beyond that. I'm at Sly 5 territory. You guys know how much the franchise means. I talked to the voice of Sly Cooper, which was one of the greatest, things I could ever possibly imagine myself doing. So, I love the franchise to death. I have some of the best memories of my life with this game. So I really want, you'll see potentially tears come if they show something Sly related at the PlayStation Showcase. Number 2, Hogwarts Legacy. It's time. We've been saying it over and over again. I really want it. This is different from the other stuff, right? Because this is something we already know about. This is something that we haven't seen in almost a full year. It's, at the point that we're at now, do we get a new trailer, like a gameplay trailer? I would like a gameplay presentation, much like Gotham Knights did for, Robin and Batgirl. That's not, it's not really the show for that. So if we do see Hogwarts, I would imagine it's just a brand new trailer with maybe a slightly specific release window or something, right? It's definitely possible. I'm not fully expecting it. I think they may go a different direction, but it's only a matter of time. And this is definitely something that, the stars are aligning. I think we all want it. There's going to be many people that are very disappointed in the show if it's not there. I don't know if that's exactly fair to Sony and PlayStation, all that stuff, but I do understand it. I do get it. Third one is a thing that, 100% I would say is happening, a God of War trailer, a new God of War trailer. We know it's going to happen. I mean, it's not necessarily the world's worst kept secret. It's just we've heard about it so much that this was going to be kind of the highlight of the show. If the show was July, if the show was August, if the show was September, no matter when the show was, this was going to be like a shining star moment of it. So it's just going to happen. With that being said, I mean, I'm a big God of War guy. I never covered, or I did cover. I just didn't cover as much. God of War 2018. I was around. This YouTube channel was alive. I just never really covered it, even though I've been a God of War fan for a very long time. I adore 3. I absolutely love 3. I've played that game so many times, more than most games I've ever played. So I can't wait to cover this new one. I can't wait to experience it. They're definitely a studio that's proven themselves over and over again. And, that doesn't mean we let our guards down, or at least completely, right? But it's definitely something where they'd have to fail for us to kind of lose a massive amount of confidence in them. So right now they're playing from a position of strength. Basically what I'm saying, I cannot wait. Really, anything they show, I think, is going to get people pumped. You'd have to imagine, again, we have Horizon's date, its actual date, maybe a window for God of War, a month, a holiday, or like a season, like spring, something like that. I think that's definitely possible, and hopefully that we see that at the show. The fourth thing is not a specific game, but it's 1 to 2. I'm setting the bar low. 1 to 2 new IPs. So something new. we get these quite often. I guess Hogwarts was like based off of an existing franchise, which is, the Wizarding World, and it's not Sony exclusive, but, something literally new. Again, like I've said, Infamous, or, if they did like Killzone or Resistance or whatever, like all these things I would want, I would sign up for, I'd buy immediately, but we do need new stuff. There always needs to be new. You don't get a Last of Us Part 2, granted it was divided, but you don't get there. You don't get the Uncharted franchise if you don't make the first game. If you don't make the first Last of Us or the first Uncharted or the first really anything. So you have to start there, and I hope we see something. You know what I mean? It could be a second game from a studio, a Naughty Dog, a Sucker Punch, say, doing Ghost of Tsushima 2, but maybe they're also working on something from the ground. Now, maybe not, because you got Infamous potential, Sly potential, but maybe they are doing like a brand new thing, or maybe Guerrilla Games, their second game could be a SOCOM game. Doesn't look like it's a Killzone game anymore, but maybe it's some brand new thing. You know what I mean? So those are kind of things I'd like to see. Not a lot. Again, I'm not expecting like 5. Literally 1 to 2. That's it. So hopefully we get that. The fifth and final thing, it would be wrong of me as a, pioneer, not really, but just a member of the fan club, basically, of Uncharted, to not mention Uncharted. Die Hard, Uncharted 4, I've said many times before, my favorite game of all time. Uncharted franchise is my favorite series of all time. Not much more you can really summarize, than those two things, right? If we could get a new Uncharted, that'd be spectacular. I'm not expecting it. Although, we heard that Sony Bend, right after they did, or Bend Studio, whatever, it's changed names. After Days Gone, they were moved to a couple different projects, one of which being an Uncharted game, although it was kind of unsure if they were going to do like a prequel or if it was just a remake of one, and then they kind of dissolved and moved back, and so maybe that game just got kind of destroyed, or like abandoned, or which, but by the way, that's not on this list, right? But hopefully we get something from abandoned. By the way, honorable mention to Hassan, of Blue Box Game Studios. Please do something. Anyway, no, Uncharted, I'd be very happy. I don't really want a remake of 1. I've never really talked about it all that much. I don't want to go back. I really would just kind of want to go forward. I guess not even that. I would take a prequel game, but I just want something new. I get remakes are kind of new, and especially if you did remake the first game, much like Dead Space remake, it would probably be so different but like respectful of the original that it would kind of be new. But I would just prefer something kind of brand new. So that's kind of like a throwaway thing. It's something I want one day. I think we will get one day, but it's not necessarily something I see at this show. Same thing on the flip side with God of War. I think that's 100%. That's kind of like an easy one where I can go back to this list and say, hey, I got at least 1 of 5 right. So let me know in the comments below, guys. What's the thing you want most in this world at the PlayStation Showcase? Let me know what you think about, my picks, all of that stuff. Again, tomorrow there'll be a video in the morning, and then we'll co-stream the event. I'll go live, before the event starts, so we'll kind of hang out a little bit, and then we'll watch the event together. With all that being said, subscribing, bell icon turned on so you guys see all these videos, right? All those things, very important. All of my other social media, my Twitter, a second channel. I do have a second channel. We also have Patreon and YouTube memberships. The links for all of those are also in the description below, okay? Thank you for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Go PlayStation. Hope for a really good show tomorrow, and I hope to see you guys there.